Welcome back to the Sloan Sells Homes Open House. I am Michelle Sloan. I'm your local residential realtor and broker at RE/MAX Time. RE/MAX Time, we're located just south of Kings Island, right off of I-71. Super easy to get to, but guess what? You don't even have to worry about that, because if you live in the Cincinnati area, you live in the Dayton area, I can help you. I can help you buy and sell your home. So, there's a lot of reasons why people buy and sell. A lot of people, as you are growing up and you are getting older and you're getting married, you're having kids, it's time to settle down. The American dream is to buy a home. And if you've never done it before, you want someone with experience. So, experience I have. And so if you are interested in purchasing a home, you should connect with somebody at the very beginning of the process. You should connect with a real estate agent at the very beginning of the process in order to set yourself up for success. The same thing goes if you are a seller in the real estate market. You should absolutely connect with a real estate agent early in the process. If you are planning to move anytime in 2024, you should call me tomorrow. Michelle Sloan, SloanSellsHomes.com, 513-600-5277. So this week I'm looking for anyone who thinks they are going to be moving and selling a home in 2024. If you have not sold a home in many years, if you purchased your home 10 years or longer, I will tell you that the market and the way we market your home is completely different. The buyers are completely different today than they were 10 or 15 years ago. Shoot, they're different than they were 5 years ago. So you want someone who is experienced to help you through that process. And with that, you want to make sure that you are protected. So many people think right now today that the market is so hot, it's a seller's market. All I have to do is put a sign in the yard and my home will sell. Yes and no. It may sell. But are you getting what you should for the home? How do you know that? A lot of people think they know things. You could go to Zillow. Zillow is not always correct, or any other website that tells you what the value of your home is. You could look at the auditor site. They have a valuation on your home. That's not always accurate, because the valuation on the auditor site is usually a percentage of the real value. So there's a lot to consider. Most often, people who sell their home on their own end up shorting themselves. They end up getting less for the property, and they don't have the protection that they would have with a licensed real estate agent. This is my profession. I take it very, very seriously, because when you ask me to represent you, or any agent, they are responsible to get you through this transaction in a manner that is legal, ethical, as smooth as possible, with the best information possible that we can give you. So if you do this on your own, and I've worked with a lot of for sale by owners over the last 20 years, and you don't know if you don't know. And that's kind of a cliche saying that, you only know what you know. And it's true, though, because if you have not been directly, and you can say, oh, I've sold homes before. Okay, that's true. If you've sold homes before, that's great. But have you sold a home recently? Have you sold a home with today's rules and regulations? Because so much has changed. So much has changed. Let's go back as far as 2008, 2009. The entire real estate market was flipped on its head. And so many changes were put into place. Then today, there are As a seller's market, if you don't have an agent to manage buyers or buyers' agents, you as a seller could be taken advantage of, and you could end up selling your home for less than what you could have if you had a real estate agent. So that's why I tell people, listen, if you are planning to sell your home, the best time to reach out to your real estate agent is honestly 6 months, 9 months to a year before you're ready to sell, because that's going to give you the time that you need and the advice that you need to sell your home for the highest price possible. Because the thing is, I don't get paid. If I see you today and you don't sell till this time next year, I don't get paid until your home sells. So I am building a relationship with you. If you're planning on getting new flooring and you say, Michelle, what kind of flooring should I get? Should I get this luxury vinyl tile? Should I get it in gray? Should I get it in blue? Should I get it in purple? I would say don't do the purple. But if you, and that's part of the process. And that's why, people complain that we get paid too much. Well, if I'm doing my job, I'm worth every penny and more. And so maybe I should be getting paid more than what the going rate is, because I know that I put a little bit more heart and soul into what I do each and every day. Because if I'm working for you, I take that job extremely seriously. And I'm not going to put down part-timers, because there are part-timers out there that could sell your home and they do a fine job. But are they doing the best job for you? So at RE/MAX Time, we only have full-time real estate agents who are wired to sell homes and buy homes with you, so that we're constantly helping you through that process. And so if you're planning to sell a home and you're like, oh geez, I want to sell my home, but I think I have a million things to do and my house is a mess. My house is cluttered. It's just an absolute mess. I don't care. I don't care. Because here's the thing. For us to do our job, for me to do my job, I'm going to tell you that you need to declutter. And declutter means really getting rid of probably 90% of the stuff that you have in your home. And in order to do that, that takes time. That can be so overwhelming. And I met with someone this week, hello, if you're listening, and it's extremely overwhelming. And if you do tackle one room at a time, or maybe start, some experts say you should start either at the bottom and go up, so you start in the basement and go up, or you start with the upstairs and move down, room by room, clean it out. You will get such a feeling of self-satisfaction by clearing out years and years of stuff, junk that you don't need anymore, that you think you might need someday, but you probably never will. If you haven't touched it for 5 years, or 10 years, or longer, you probably don't need it. So for me, as someone who loves to hold on to stuff, I love to give advice. I don't usually take my own advice, but I'm not planning on selling my home. So my home is full of stuff. So much stuff that just drives my husband crazy. And you think, well, it is really time. This house is way too big for me. If your home is too big for you and you are thinking about downsizing or right-sizing or making a move, it's not too early to give me a call, Michelle Sloan at Sloan Sells Homes, and we can talk about it. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm not that kind of person. If you listen to this program at all, you know that I'm not a pusher. If it's time, or if I think it's a good time for you to make a move, I'm going to tell you, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it quickly, because the market, I don't know what's going to happen in the market a year from now. I don't have that crystal ball. If I did, I'd be really rich and probably not be talking to you on the radio right now. But if you are ready, then I'm going to probably try to speed up the process for you and give you some deadlines. If you need someone to tell you, hey, let's have the first floor completely cleaned out of all the extra stuff by the end of April or May, and let's get your home on the market in June, because by the time July comes, historically, by the time July comes, people have already made decisions if they're planning to purchase a home before school starts again, because everyone wants to get settled before August, and so that's how that timeline goes. Sometimes there is a little bit of a sense of urgency of when you want to list your home, and the longer you wait, the less you may get. So you're going to get that information from me, and I'm going to do the absolute best that I can to give you the best information possible. We're going to take a break for news. My name is Michelle Sloan, and you're listening to the Sloan Sells Homes Open House right here on 55 KRC, the talk station.